Hello, my beautiful and radiant Leo souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Wisdom, your sacred space for hearing the whispers of the universe and remembering the magnificent truth of who you are. I am your guide, and if you have found your way to this very message at this very moment, I want you to know with every fiber of your radiant being that this is not an accident. This is a divine appointment. Pause with me for just a moment. Magnificent One. Before we journey further into the golden light that awaits you, I invite you to find a quiet space. Take a deep, intentional breath in, feeling the noble strength of the lion filling your lungs. Hold it for a count of 3, feeling the power gathering in your very heart center, and then exhale slowly, releasing every shadow, every doubt, every whisper that told you your light was too much. Let your shoulders drop. Let your heart, that glorious sun that towers music, your entire being, open wide, because the universe in its infinite and loving wisdom has orchestrated this sacred meeting between your spirit and the words that are about to pour forth this week. My dear Leo is no ordinary week. It is a cosmic coronation. If you have been feeling that your vibrant spirit has been confined, that your royal roar has been softened to a polite whisper, then your soul already knows what is coming. This is the moment where the universe itself is preparing your throne, to anchor this powerful intention, music, to declare to the cosmos that you are ready to claim your divine birthright. I invite you to do something sacred. In the comments below, let your spirit roar by typing, "I am ready for my moment of glory." Consider it the first royal decree of your new chapter, and if this space feels like home to your soul, press that subscribe button, not as a simple click, but as a promise to yourself to continue walking this path of radiant awakening with us. Now, let me ask you something from my heart to yours. What if the grandest stage you've ever dreamed of was not something you had to build, but something that was already being prepared for you behind the cosmic curtain? What if every moment you felt unseen, every time you dimmed your own brilliant light to make others comfortable, was simply the universe asking you to gather your power in stillness before the grand reveal? If you are still with me, if you feel a stirring in your chest, a warmth, music, spreading through your being that is not just hope, my beautiful Leo, that is the resonance of truth. That is your soul recognizing its own destiny calling. This isn't just a reading. This is your royal summons. From November the 4th to the 10th, the heavens are aligning in a way that is so profoundly personal to your Leo heart. Jupiter, the great planet of expansion, benevolence, and miracles, is moving into a sacred alignment with your own ruling star, the glorious sun. Imagine that the king of the gods is paying a personal visit to the king and queen of the zodiac. This is a cosmic music summit of pure, unadulterated power, and it is all happening in your house of value, of worth of the treasures you hold within. The universe is about to place a spotlight so golden, so brilliant upon you that any lingering shadow of self-doubt will simply dissolve into light. You are not here because of a clever algorithm. You are here because your soul is ready to be seen, to be celebrated, and to finally receive the abundance that matches the magnificent generosity of your own heart. The wait is truly over. You have walked through seasons of silence, haven't you, Leo? You have poured your heart, your creativity, your loyalty into projects, into people, into dreams, often without receiving the applause or recognition your spirit so deeply craves. You have been the sun warming others. And yet there have been nights where you felt a chill in your own soul, wondering when your season of harvest would come. But let me tell you, what is arriving is not a reward for your hustle. Oh no, this is a divine return for your endurance. It is the universe's standing ovation for every time you chose to shine your light even when the world felt dark. This is not a season of surviving. It is the season of your glorious reign. So from the deepest part of my own spirit, I want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up today, for allowing your noble heart to be open and receptive. Every time you engage, every like, every heartfelt comment You are adding your unique light to this sacred space we are building together at Cosmic Wisdom. You are not just a viewer, you are a co-creator of this magic, a cherished member of this soul family. You are the light we celebrate. Now, I need you to perform a small but powerful ritual with me, one that will set the energetic stage for the miracles that are already flowing music toward you. If you are truly ready to ascend to your throne, to claim the abundance that has been written in the stars for you since the moment of your birth, go to the comments right now. Anchor this profound shift by declaring 888. My heart is open. My throne awaits. I receive my divine inheritance. Trust me, Leo, when I say that the truths the universe is about to whisper to you in the next few minutes will stir the very lion fire within your soul. You will want to stay until the very end because your coronation has already begun. Let us walk into this golden light together, shall we? My magnificent Leo, what is unfolding in the celestial tapestry this week is far from a random scattering of stars. It is a symphony composed just for you, with your name, your heart, your very soul's signature written into every single golden note. The energies flowing between November the 4th and 10th are creating a harmonic resonance so rare and so potent. They are more than just planetary events, they are divine invitations. They are divine invitations, an invitation for you to rise, to be seen, and to receive in a way you have never allowed yourself to before. When Jupiter, the planet of boundless growth, forms a perfect trine with the Sun, your celestial ruler, it is more than just good fortune. Imagine a master switch being flipped, flooding your second house of self-worth and resources with the purest, most brilliant golden light. This light isn't harsh or demanding. It is a warm, steady, and unconditional glow illuminating all the hidden treasures within you that you have overlooked. It is showing you with breathtaking clarity that abundance is not something you must chase or conquer. It is an inner radiance that awakens the very moment you remember the immutable truth of your own royalty. Jupiter, the great benevolent king of the cosmos, does not bring luck in the way a lottery ticket does. It doesn't simply drop a bag of gold into your lap while you wait passively for your turn. What Jupiter does is far more profound. It unlocks doors. It swings open the mighty gates to kingdoms you thought were sealed forever. But it only does so for those who are music, awake enough to see the golden handle, for those who believe they are worthy of walking through the gate. You are not being handed wealth this week, my dear Leo. You are being handed a golden mirror, and when you look into it, the reflection you choose to see, the reflection of your inherent worth, your creative genius, your boundless heart, will determine the level of abundance you are truly ready to receive. That reflection is the key. That is the unlocked royal vault. And then we have the dance of Venus conjunct with Mercury, which is currently in retrograde. At first glance, this cosmic pairing can feel a little chaotic. It can stir miscommunications around money, a sense of emotional confusion about what we truly value, and sudden, unexpected shifts in our desires. But I want you to look deeper with me, Leo. Beneath the shimmering surface of this planetary tension, a quiet and profound revolution is taking place within your spirit. In the chaos, there is a sacred code being revealed. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and what we hold dear, is merging with Mercury, the music, messenger of the mind, in a sacred spiral of re-evaluation. This is the week to lovingly question the stories you have been told about your own value. Who told you that your creative gifts were just a hobby? Who taught you that asking to be compensated abundantly for your heart's work was arrogant or greedy? Who made you believe that you had to shrink your magnificent needs and desires into polite, humble requests so as not to intimidate others? This retrograde is not a cosmic mistake or a detour, Leo. It is the treasure map itself. What appears to be confusion is actually the birth of a new and profound clarity. And on September 25th and 26th, the climax of this entire energetic movement arrives. It will feel like a divine breath, a cosmic exhale from the universe itself. And in that sacred breath, is the answer to the prayers your heart has been crying out for. Not in loud demands, but in silent longing, in quiet resilience, in the unwavering dignity with which you have carried yourself through every trial. You are not being tested anymore. You are being remembered by the cosmos. You are being reintroduced to your own magnificence. There is a universal truth I hold close to my heart during weeks like this. It whispers, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened to you." Whether you follow the faith behind those ancient words matters less than the universal law they represent. What you open your heart to honestly, vulnerably, and with the full force of your royal conviction must by cosmic law open itself back to you. This week is not just about making money. It is about making room in your heart to receive the love, the recognition, and the support you have always deserved. It is about making meaning out of your magnificent journey. You are not standing at this threshold because you are lucky. You are standing here because you stayed in the rain of self-doubt long enough to finally see the glorious rainbow the universe was painting just for you. Now it is time to step forward and claim the pot of gold that has your name on it. The deepest truth, my radiant Leo, is that money has never been your enemy. It is the stories you were taught about money, and perhaps even more deeply, the stories you were taught about your own brilliance, that have held the real fear. This week, as we journey further into this energy of divine realignment, we are not just unlocking doors to financial opportunity. We are gently, lovingly untying the ancient knots that have been wound around your heart, the kind of knots that were tied so long ago you may not have even realized you were carrying their weight. You see, for so many of us, especially you beautiful souls with the heart of a lion, we have been taught to associate our worth with external validation. We learn to perform for applause, to shine for recognition, to believe that our value is measured by the number of people who see us and approve. And when that applause doesn't come, a quiet, insidious belief can take root. The belief that if we aren't being celebrated, we must not be worthy. And from that wound, we begin to play small. We start to believe that asking for abundance is asking for too much attention, that true wealth is reserved for others who are somehow more deserving. This part of your sacred journey isn't about learning a new trick to attract money. It is about unlearning the lie that you have to do anything at all to be worthy of it. It's about learning how to stop pushing away the blessings that are trying, to find you simply by standing in the full, unapologetic truth of who you are. Because whether you realize it or not, your fear of receiving is often disguised as humility, as generosity to a fault, or as a deep-seated fear of being seen as arrogant. It whispers things like, "If I become too successful, people will be jealous." Or, "Do I really, deserve this much when others have so little?" Or the ancestral story that says, "Don't shine too brightly or you'll become a target." These thoughts, my magnificent friend, do not come from your soul. Your soul was born to shine. They come from an old, outdated script that was never written for the story of your liberation. They come from a world that is often afraid of a truly empowered, radiant being who knows their worth and is not afraid to claim it. This Music Week, with the cosmic spotlight of Jupiter and your own sun illuminating your truest values, you are being divinely invited to write a new narrative. A narrative in which it is safe for you to be powerful. A story in which it is holy for you to be wealthy. A reality in which you are celebrated not just for what you do, but for the magnificent being that you are. This is not about greed. It is about divine alignment. There is a vast difference between hoarding resources out of fear and receiving abundance as a natural extension of your own radiant light. You do not have to prove your worth to be supported by the universe. The very beat of your noble heart is proof enough that you were born to be sustained, to thrive, to live a life of joy, passion, and glorious prosperity. The universe did not place your lion-hearted soul on this earth just to learn how to survive. It placed you here to learn how to reign. To remember that money at its core is simply energy, and energy flows most powerfully to where it is welcomed, where it is honored, and where it is celebrated without fear, guilt, or apology. So, I invite you to ask yourself with gentle honesty, what story about my own brilliance still keeps me playing small? Who taught me that my light had to be contained? Who made me feel that I needed permission to take center stage in my own life? This is your sacred moment to bring those old stories into the light, not to judge them, but to witness them with profound compassion. Thank them for trying to keep you safe, and then lovingly release them. Let's try a small ritual together. Take a quiet moment today. On a piece of paper, write down one belief you've held about your own light being too much or your worth being conditional. It might be, I have to work hard to be loved, or it's not safe to outshine others. Now, right below it, I want you to write its opposite. Its glorious, liberated truth. For example, my very existence is worthy of love and abundance, or my brilliant light inspires and uplifts everyone around me. Feel the difference in your body. Feel the shift in your energy as you speak this new truth aloud. Feel the old armor of self-doubt beginning to crack and fall away in the warmth of your own inner sun. And if you feel brave enough, I invite you to share your new truth in the comments below. Write, the truth I am choosing now is your courage. Your vulnerability could be the very spark that ignites another beautiful soul's journey to freedom. And that, my friend, is a form of wealth that is truly priceless. You do not have to be fearless to be free. You just have to be willing to give your faith a louder voice than your fear. Let this be the week that you finally allow your radiance and your abundance to sit on the same throne. You are not asking for too much, Leo. You are just finally asking from your rightful place. Now, my dear Leo, let us take a collective centering breath together. Inhale courage and exhale all that is not love. Because this next part of your journey is about listening with your heart, not striving with your mind. It is about learning to recognize the signs, the synchronicities, the divine breadcrumbs the universe is scattering along your golden path. What you may have recently brushed off as coincidence, I am here to tell you, is sacred communication in disguise. If you have felt a sudden spark of inspiration lately, perhaps an idea for a creative project that lit up your soul, a recurring dream that felt profoundly meaningful, or a conversation with a stranger that seemed to hold a hidden key, that is not your imagination running wild. That is your inner GPS, your soul's divine compass blinking with a brilliant golden light. And right now, with the celestial currents flowing so powerfully in your favor, your intuitive field is lit up like the grandest constellation in the night sky. The flow of wealth, support, and recognition that is making its way to you is not going to arrive through the usual logical channels. It will not come from a corporate ladder or a predictable music plan. It is coming through the whispers of your own heart. Those brilliant, crazy ideas you usually dismiss as impractical. That one creative vision you've been nurturing in secret, afraid to share with the world. The sudden urge to connect with someone or visit a new place. All of that, my magnificent friend, is sacred guidance. This is not the week to analyze every move with your mind. This is the week to trust the passionate roar of your heart and to give your glorious imagination the royal stage it deserves. Between September 23rd and 26th, your intuitive and creative power will reach a celestial peak. Astrologically, this aligns with planetary transits that amplify the unseen realms of communication. The language that speaks not in words, but in feelings, in symbols, in synchronicities, in a deep inner knowing for you, Leo, a fire sign whose very essence is passion and creative expression. This is your kingdom. You were never meant to chase opportunities in the same way as others. You were meant to be a magnetic sun, drawing them to you through the sheer force of your authentic, joyful, and creative light. Creativity is your most valuable currency right now. Not the kind that needs to be polished, perfected, or approved by a committee, but the raw, unfiltered, joyful creativity that flows directly from your heart without needing a guarantee of success. If you are an artist, a writer, a musician, a leader, a coach, or anyone whose work involves vision and inspiration, this is your moment to make a bold move, even if it feels small. And if you don't consider yourself to be in a creative field, that matters not at all. Creativity is not about a job title. It is about how you infuse your soul into everything you do. It's how you solve problems, how you lead with your heart, how you find joy in the mundane. So here is your divine invitation, your royal decree for the week. Take out a piece of paper and write down 3 creative ideas that have been whispering to your heart. They could be business ventures, passion projects, a piece of art, a new service you want to, music, offer, anything at all. Do not filter them through the lens of how. Just allow them to be born onto the page. Then I want you to choose one, just one, and take one small, joyful, heart-led action on it today. Share it, post about it, create a prototype, make the call, because what you move toward with faith, my dear Leo, begins to music, race toward you with cosmic speed. In the language of manifestation, this is called aligned action. In astrology, it is called responding to a sacred portal. And in the reality of your life, it is the difference between dreaming of the throne and actually sitting in it. You are not being asked to push a boulder uphill. You are being asked to allow your inner river of creativity to flow. To trust that if the universe planted the vision within your heart, it also gave you everything you need to bring it to life. Your creativity is not random. Your intuition is not background noise. These are the divine tools of your reign. The more you honor them, the more visible you become to the right people, the right opportunities, the right resources. So do not wait for a guarantee of applause to give your performance. Take the stage with your heart wide open, because this week your music breakthrough is waiting for you in the wings, and it may be disguised as your own brilliant idea. Let us take a moment, now magnificent Leo, and turn our focus inward to the sacred chamber of the heart. Because what is flowing toward you now is not just financial. It is energetic, it is emotional, and it is profoundly connected to your capacity to feel safe enough to receive it, to truly let it in. At this pivotal point in your journey, the question is no longer, can I attract abundance? The universe has already answered that with a resounding yes. The real question now is, can I allow myself to hold it, to embody it, to let it stay when it arrives? What many beautiful souls do not realize is that the art of receiving is just as powerful, just as active as the art of manifesting. And sometimes, for a heart as generous as yours, it is even harder. This week, as the cosmic currents of Jupiter and the Sun move in your favor, the true invitation is to soften, to become available, not through more effort, but through more openness. Abundance is not a prize you win for doing more. It is a natural response to you being more of who you truly are. And one of the most powerful ways to align with your true self is to get still, to breathe, and to reconnect with the simple, profound truth that you are already enough, already worthy, already loved, even before the first dollar arrives, especially before it comes. Money, like any form of energy, needs space to flow. But so often we clog that sacred space with worry, with overthinking, with self-judgment, and with the fear that it will all disappear. We try to earn what can only be received. We create rigid plans instead of cultivating a state of presence. But what if this week you chose a different path? What if you chose to receive through trust rather than through tension? I invite you to take just 10 minutes each morning this week. Sit in silence, close your eyes, breathe deeply and evenly, and then visualize a radiant golden light, like the heart of the sun itself, flowing in through the crown of your head. Imagine this warm, sparkling light slowly filling your entire body cell by cell. This isn't just a color, my dear Leo. It is a frequency. It is the vibration of joy, of creative power, of wealth, of worthiness. Let that golden light pool in your heart center, expanding outward with every breath. Let it fill all the spaces where doubt and fear used to reside. Let it gently remind you that there is no place within your being that abundance cannot touch. You do not have to be perfect to be prosperous. You only have to be present, and in that presence is your ultimate power. Your lucky color this week, beautiful Leo, is gold. Radiant, unapologetic, brilliant gold. Wear it. Music. Surround yourself with it. Meditate on it. Let it be a constant whisper to your soul that your time to shine is now. Your sacred numbers, the 158 and 22. 1 for leadership and new beginnings. 5 for joy and creative expression. 8 for infinite abundance. And 22 for the master builder, the creator of dreams. Notice these numbers. They are winks from the universe confirming you are on the right path. If you feel drawn to symbols, place something that represents the sun, a small charm, a picture of a sunflower on your desk or altar. This is not superstition. It is a sacred act of intention. It is an anchor for your mind, a way to remind your subconscious that just as the sun shines effortlessly, so too can you radiate your gifts and receive in return. Keep a gold or white candle nearby and light it during your morning moments of stillness. Let its steady flame be a reflection of your own inner fire, constant, music, brilliant, and rising. Your relationship with money is not separate from your spiritual path, Leo. It is a direct extension of it. Every act of receiving is an act of self-love. Every dollar that flows to you is not just provision. It is proof that the universe responds with overwhelming generosity when you stop resisting music, your own magnificence, and start aligning with it. So, this week, do not just chase prosperity. Cultivate the inner kingdom where it belongs. Honor your body with rest. Nourish your mind with joyful thoughts. And let the golden light remind you that abundance doesn't ask if you've earned it. It simply asks, are you open? And the truth is, Leo, you have never been more ready.